Hey, what's up guys? It's Wetheppls here, coming to you with a Legends of Runeterra video today. So, I told you guys I was going to give you part 2. I'm sorry, I know I couldn't record yesterday or the day before that. I couldn't record on Tuesday because Mystic Shop Podcast Championship Tournament happened on Tuesday, so I couldn't record on Tuesday. And then I couldn't record yesterday because honestly I was pretty held up all day. I was watching my son pretty much the whole day. I couldn't get a chance to record, so I had to record this on Thursday. It's pretty much early morning Thursday, so I finally got a chance to get down and really make this video. But I'm sure by now everybody's seen the patch notes. Everybody's pretty much had their hot takes. Everybody's basically said a whole bunch of stuff on Twitter. So I'm not gonna bore you guys with going over every single card, but I am gonna give you guys some of my some thoughts on the patch notes in general, and just go over some highlights and such. Excuse me. But just in general, I guess you could say this is gonna be my hot takes. So if you're interested, then stay tuned for that. But of course, before we get into the video, of course I gotta hit you guys with the YouTube stuff. So guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna be trying to upload more content as much as I can. I'm trying for daily content. I'm really trying. I don't know if you guys saw for the last few days, I was on it, but I'm really trying for daily content. It is really difficult because on Tuesdays and Wednesdays I have the tournament and then I have the podcast, so it's really hard for me to daily upload every single day. But I'm gonna really try my hardest to really try to, at least even if it's just a short, then I'll try to upload something onto my YouTube so you guys will be able to see some kind of content. Honestly, you guys let me know what kind of content you want to see. If it's from deck profiles, if it's from me just going over decks in the tournament, if it's from us going over maybe some gameplay videos from watching some tournament vids, just let me know. Let me know in the comments what kind of videos do you want to see, because honestly, I don't want to, Legends of Runeterra sometimes there's really no news. Honestly, there'd be off seasons with just nothing happening in general. So it's kind of hard to know what you guys want to see, and I don't want my channel to be dry, right? I want there to always be something coming up. So you guys let me know. You guys let me know what you want to see. All right. So let's get into the video. So this is gonna be, like I said, it's gonna be the patch notes. Pretty much, I'm sure everybody has seen the patch notes at this point. But we're gonna highlight some things on the patch notes. So we did get 3 new cards. 3 new cards that have never been in a game before. We got those released. So it's Might of the Vanguard, For the Glory, and Inner Beast. I'll say out of the 3, Inner Beast is actually pretty nice. Honestly, Inner Beast is actually doing the thing. So I like Inner Beast. I think Inner Beast is pretty good. Out of the 3, but maybe it's just because it's burst speed. I don't know. But in general, I think all 3 of these cards basically do pretty different things. I think the worst of them is probably For Glory. I mean, it is a reputation card, so it is not terrible. It's not terrible, but I mean, the 3 mana slow speed to summon 2 Trifarian Glory Seekers. It's okay. It's okay, right? It's alright. It's not godlike. It's okay, right? You do have to hit reputation to actually get it for 3 mana. So yeah, like I said, it's okay. Bye. Okay, so these are some of these are the champions that got changed. I think Garen's change was pretty big. This when I'm summoned, give other allies +1/+1 this round. That's pretty good. This is how they changed Karma, which basically made it so that her level 2 also gives random spells, which is pretty freaking cool, honestly. So now you can never run out of spells with Karma, which is really cool, honestly. That's a really cool change. Katarina pretty much creates the zero cost fleeting Blaze Edge in hand whenever you play her. So that's something. That's pretty good. The book is okay. Leona getting overwhelmed is kind of scary. Like, just straight up adding overwhelm to a whole unit, that's kind of scary. Not gonna lie. Also, Malphite, this Malphite buff seems so freaking good. Like, no cap. Malphite having played is kind of good. I'd say the same thing with Nasus. Nasus having Fearsome's kind of godlike. Like, this pretty much brings a whole deck back in the meta. Like, Nasus Thresh is back, man. Like, I'm hyped. I know a lot of people didn't like that deck, but I kind of liked it. Honestly, I like Nasus Thresh. So, hey, back in the meta. I like it. Nocturne got a little bit of a change. Scion is basically back to his former glory a little bit. Not 100%, because I believe this used to be a 10-6, and it used to be a 10-4, so it's not fully there, but it is basically there, right? It's basically there. Udyr got a pretty big, sizable buff, honestly. Like, instead of leveling on damage the enemy next to 7 times, he now levels on played stance swaps, which is kind of nuts, honestly, because you can basically get the stance swaps pretty easily. And on top of that, they also buffed his stats. Like, I don't know, Udyr's kind of looking like Stonks. I ain't gonna lie, like, I'm kind of liking it. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of liking it. Vlad getting fearsome. I was literally brainstorming about what they would do to Vlad, and then I would, like, to one of my friends, and then they actually freaking put fearsome on Vlad. Me and him were both just laughing when we saw the patch notes. That was actually funny. Ballista Bob being a 0-3 is just freaking hilarious. Blood for Blood being burst speed. I said this should have happened so long ago, honestly. Should have happened so long ago. Rest of these changes, funny enough, Banner Tree literally this card didn't even get nerfed. Like, card didn't even get nerfed. Somehow they shipped it. They shipped the patch without the Banner Tree actually being in the patch notes. But I think these changes, like don't get me wrong. Like, the patch with the cards is actually kind of good. Like, most of the changes were pretty good, right? But I think this right here is such a huge change, and I think it's an amazing change for Runeterra. And the reason why is because of consistency. And I think a lot of people are kind of missing that. Like, even my co-host Doe, I think he was also kind of missing it. Where, like, don't get me wrong, like he was also saying, change is, like, nobody likes change, honestly. No, like, even me looking at this and thinking about it from, like, a perspective of, like, oh, I've been playing Legends of Runeterra since beta, and now I have to basically play around with these rules, right? But, like, from the perspective of a new player, this makes sense. Like, consistency. Like, understanding consistency is what these changes are. Like, for real. And I think that a lot of things in Legends of Runeterra need to be made more consistent. That is the problem with the game, like, for real. like, card games in general are already inconsistent with a lot of different things, and like small things add up, and these changes are basically made to be put into the game to make the game more consistent, and I like it. I like both these changes. Both these changes are good in every sense of the word. Like, actually, like I really like Ruben for these changes. Honestly, I do. Like, I don't know if he specifically made the changes or he specifically was the one that told them that they need to do these changes, but these changes are literally amazing. Both of them are amazing for the game. Like, I don't know if other people like want to argue about it. I mean, hey, leave some comments down below if you want to argue about Burst Pass and Cast being merged to play being bad for the game, honestly. But I think both these changes are good for new players. And I think that's what Legends of Runeterra needs. Legends of Runeterra needs more new players. It needs more, like, new player friendly things in the game so people can actually understand. Because burst passing is very hard to wrap your head around. Like, as a new player, coming from a game like Magic, burst passing is actually really difficult to explain. Honestly, it is. It's really difficult to actually explain why it's good to burst pass. Like, for real, it's hard to explain. And I think once you wrap your head around it, it's kind of easier to understand. But it holds some people back. And I think that this allows for some people to, like, be able to play the game and not have to worry about, oh, did I burst pass? Like, did I run into them basically being able to play this card just because they passed at me? Like, this basically patches that. And I like it. Honestly, I like it. It makes the game more simple. Like, I think that's what people are scared of. Like Legends of Runeterra becoming simpler. But I think it's good, honestly. I think Runeterra is already a very complex game, like, for real. Like, Legends of Runeterra is already a very, very complex game. So I think adding a little bit of simplicity will go a long way. So I like both these changes, honestly. But also, yes, the UX changes I really adore as well, because it has not only does it have this, like, the big sword that says, like, oh, it's my attack, but you also see it right next to, like, whoever's like side has the attack. That matters. Like, little stuff like that matters. Like, I like these changes. Like, I like this patch. Like, really, I do. Like, honestly, I think Riot is doing a really good job with the game. Like, for real. Like, game design wise, I think Riot is doing an amazing job with the game, honestly. And I think people need to give them more props, honestly, because they do a good job, for real. Like, they actually do a good job. They balance the game. They try their best. They add UI fixes into the game. Like, they try their best, bro. Like, I can't complain. I can't complain, honestly. And like I said before, these changes are good for the future of the game. Like, bringing new players in, letting people understand, like, that. Like, I don't know. I don't hate this patch. I really don't. Honestly, I don't hate this patch. Talia. Oh, I love that they actually gave her Sentinel Irelia or something. That's actually really good. I bought the skin and I was like, yo, I don't know why I bought the skin. But hey, now I know why I bought it. Oh man, that's actually a funny emote. But yeah, no, that's the patch. So, like I said earlier, I'm honestly, I think that this patch was really good. Like, honestly, I think people need to stop looking at it from a perspective of, like, oh, there's these changes that are in the game now and they're gonna, like, break the game. Like, don't get me wrong, this, like, especially with the play I spoke about this a little bit on the podcast as well. Especially with the cast is merged with play, there are gonna be some things that are like broken with this, right? Like obviously, like Ezreal's like completely busted with this, right? And maybe it should have been tested a little bit, but like overall, like Ezreal is like one out of, I don't even know how many champions there are in the game now. Like there's over 100 champions in the game, I think now. So like he's literally like a minute part of the cast. Like he's like, it's literally just Ezreal. Ezreal's like the only champ that basically just like completely like puts this whole like targeting now activates when you play onto his head. Like literally, I think it's literally just him. So like they just need to balance Ezreal, and this is probably fine. Like all these changes are fine. So like I said, I really like these changes. Consistency matters, and I think people need to start really realistically looking at the game from that perspective. But alright, that's gonna be it for today, guys. I'm gonna make a video tomorrow. I might talk about how I personally think Riot. I'll talk about one thing that Riot does need to work on, and that's how Legends of Runeterra needs a PBE, like for real. Because there's been way too many problems with the patch coming out bad, right? I think that this game definitely needs a PBE. So I'll be talking about that tomorrow, another discussion video. I might on Monday, I might make my first deck profile, because I might actually start playing the game again. Now that the patches come out, now that I've seen the changes, I've actually got a feel of the certain decks that I want to play. So I might make a deck profile on Monday. I'll definitely let you guys know tomorrow on Friday when I upload the next video. So yeah, we're gonna end it off here. Appreciate anybody that made it to the end of the video. Leave a comment. Leave a comment if you made it to the end of the video. And don't forget to slap that like button. And I'll see everybody in the next one. Alright. Peace out.